Hello, amazing people. Let's get funded. Let's talk about how you can build relationships with various banks. Specifically, I'll talk about maybe three banks. Because if you go to a national bank, it's different to build a relationship with a national bank than it is a credit union, than it is a regional bank, right? Very, very different. And if you want to check your funding readiness, type talk book free call, right? I want to do that so that we get funded, all right? Welcome to Sunday. Still Black History Month, but I promise you this is Black History Year. This has been an amazing year for us, right? And I want it to be an amazing year for you with funding, okay? I want everyone to get funded. Okay, what's happening here with my phone? We got to make sure it's in there. So how are we doing on this good Sunday? So I'm leaving the gym. I'm feeling good. I hope you feeling good. I mean, I'm so still fired up about the halftime show. Man, I haven't seen anybody rep like that in so long. I'm beside myself, okay? Man, we all should just cash app him just on GQ. The 100 million people, and if 50 million of them were black people, we all just need to send him a cash app just for representing, I promise you. But as I ride along, as long as I possibly can, it should be about 10 minutes. I want to talk about banks and how to build relationships with them, right? Because part of our problem is we are listening to like people on YouTube, getting a few banks, thinking our credit is good because people are telling you, hey, if you get to 680 or more, you could just go get funded. That is not true. All right, let's talk about underwriting. Underwriting 101. The biggest factor in determining your approval amount is your past credit history, your past approvals. Okay? So let's say we're going after credit cards. Let's stick there today. How to build relationships with banks when you're going after 0% interest credit cards. Okay. First off, the bank looks at your personal credit profile to see the credit limit you currently have. Okay? A lot of us is unaware of that. Looking to see, okay, does this person have $2,000 limits, $3,000 limits? First and foremost, you need at least 2 credit cards with credit limits that's at least 2 years old and above $2,500 limit. That's first. Okay? There are strategies and ways to make that happen if you're not there. Okay? Everything that I'm talking about, it's a way to manufacture it so that you become funding ready. Just don't go with what you have and say, oh, I'm just going to go see and go to a bunch of banks and see how much funding everyone gets me. Not wise. That could be the difference from a denial and a $25,000 credit card. Okay? So first off, they look to the limits on your credit report. Then they will, depending on your income, your history, other data points, they will approve you 3 to 5 times higher credit limit than the highest credit limits on your credit profile. Huge. Huge. All right? This is why your first step should be to increase your current credit limits on your credit report. So if you're someone and you see that you have at least a 700, that means your credit profile is pretty decent. You don't have any negative items. You don't have any charge-offs. You don't have a lot of inquiries. You do not have high credit card utilization. And your credit limits are like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Instantly, go and ask for a credit line increase to all your credit lines. All of them. That would be your first step. Get it as high as possible. All right. Now, once you go to a bank, let's talk about, okay, let's say we're going to like PNC. With PNC, you need to be in the 700s. We need you to be at least 740 plus. A 740 credit score is not hard, guys. If you're in the 600s, you have something on your credit report that is damaging it. Do you have a charge off of any sort? Do you have a charge off with a zero balance? Do you have anything negative on your credit report? Just pull your credit report. It'll tell you what is reporting negative and what's causing your credit profile to be decreased or not favored. Okay? Correct it. Correct it. Come back. Get up to 740s. Why? Because PNC, you can, I know we're talking about credit cards, but with PNC, you not only walk away with a $20,000 to $40,000 0% interest credit card, but if your business is over 2 years old, you can walk away with up to $100,000. No doc, business line of credit. This is why it's so important and so amazing for you to increase your credit lines and increase what you already have and to optimize your personal credit profile. All right, now that's with PNC. All right, let's say we don't have a high credit card to start. All right, let's go on over to Navy Federal or any other credit union. All right, go over there. You want to get a checking, savings, direct deposit, and pledge loan. That's going to increase your internal banking rating with them. Then you apply for a credit card. Get a high limit. Then you go to other banks to get high limit credit cards. All right, I spoke about this yesterday. Why? Because they do something known as credit match. Credit matching will stack your credit profile with high credit card limits. Once all of that stuff is done, now you're ready to go ask for business credit cards. Period. Do not do it before. You have people listening to like the credit card stack method, and you're trying to have a 680 credit score and go and apply for all these credit cards all at once, only to get denied and only to get a ton of inquiries on your credit report. Not good. Let's do it in a correct fashion. All we need is to start with the basics, and we also just need to understand what is required to build a successful relationship with the bank. That's it. You don't need to run around and go apply to 5 or 6 banks for 2,000, 3,000, credit cards. My mentees, if you get approved for like $2,000, something is wrong. Don't even accept it. I wouldn't even accept that credit card. Like, no, I don't want it. That's not good. That means something is wrong. What are we going to do? We're not going to crash anything with $3,000. With $3,000, you're not going far. Let's turn that $3,000 into $30,000. Let's take the time to get a blueprint, fix our personal credit profile, set it up for funding, then go for funding. I promise you it's so worth it. It's just anywhere from 3 to 6 months, depending on what's on your credit profile. I promise you it's worth the wait. Why? Because if you're someone that doesn't have good credit to begin with, or you're someone with low credit card limits to begin with, that means there is a gap in your learning. You need financial literacy, whether you want to admit that or not. You need financial literacy, especially if you want to be a successful entrepreneur. Stop skipping levels. Okay? If you want to be successful in whatever it is that you're doing and have longevity in it, you need to understand money. Money is not something you just skip out on and just go out. Okay, let's say your business is successful. You come up with a business where the cash flow is flowing, but you don't know how to grow the money. You don't know how to put it in the right buckets. You don't know anything about money. What do you think is going to end up eventually happening? Okay? You need to take what you're making, put it somewhere and make it grow. You need to understand banks. You need to understand how to leverage credit. There's someone sitting here listening to me like, oh, well, my company is bringing in $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000, $50,000 a month. I'm good. I don't need credit. You're the first person to need credit. You're the first person. Business credit cards and business credit is not debt. It's you literally separating your company from your personal name. It's you taking your cash, putting it somewhere, allowing it to grow while you use the credit cards and the bank's money to pay bills, to operate. You don't want to risk your cash. You want to risk someone else's money. Why? Learn how to do that. Think about it. I'll give you an example. I was a victim of this. I had a short-term rental business. We're bringing in up to $600,000 liquid cash, like killing it for 5 years. No business credit, all cash. Company come in, the competition kills us. Everything went to a screeching halt. Because everything was in my personal name, I was personally liable. Had I built that company over the 5-year period in my business name and built business credit, everything would have been in the business name, and I could have filed a Chapter 11 instead of a Chapter 7. That's why. This is why. This is beyond going. And matter of fact, I think I need to just go there going forward, because telling you where you can just go get funding, that's not what this is about. This is more from a financial literacy aspect. Anyone can clean up their personal credit, go and get a business credit card, but still don't know the purpose of it. The purpose of it is to not risk your cash. So when the business goes belly up, oh, that didn't work out. That didn't work out. All right. So here's what I'll say to you. Let's put some form of financial literacy in our game plan. It doesn't matter. Like, don't look at it like, I just want some money. I just want some money. People who typically have that mentality, they have zero business acumen. Take the time to develop yourself as a CEO. Take the time to develop yourself as a person. Take your time to develop, grow to your personal best. If you're just looking for a cash grab, you missed it. You missed the whole boat. You missed the whole boat. All right? Financial literacy is the foundation of everything great. Without it, lack of financial literacy will leave you broke, making hasty, stupid decisions. If we're in the United States and it's a game, right? Whether you like it or not, this is the only country that has a credit system. Shouldn't you be about the business of finding out how that game works? Why would you work like a dog and don't take the time to figure out how the money game works? All it takes is to read a few books, link up with a few people, learn a few strategies, start implementing them. Right? You can't just read it and not implement. This is the point of joining a financial literacy program. All right? I'll do you a solid. Type the word talk and let's book our free funding readiness call on this Good Sunday. I want to see you on the funding side, all right? Let's get funded. Let's be great. Let's take action.